We begin this morning in Washington with questions about this morning about who will be leading the new Congress.
Yesterday's opening session for the House quickly turned to chaos. For the first time in 100 years, Republicans failed to elect a Speaker of the House. The party ended the day locked in a stalemate after holding 3 separate votes, all ending with Republican leader Kevin McCarthy falling short of the votes needed to secure the position.
No person having received the majority of the whole number of votes cast by surname, a speaker has not been elected.
And this morning, McCarthy is digging in his heels, saying he has no plans to give up.
Members are talking. We're walking through. I think we'll find our way to get there. And this is a healthy debate. It might not happen on the day we want it, but it's going to happen. We're not that far away. We only need 11 more votes to win.
NBC News congressional correspondent Julie Tsirkin joins us now with the latest on all this. So, Julie, the House adjourned until noon today. As of last night, the math was not adding up for McCarthy to win the position. In fact, it was moving in the opposite direction. So what can we expect today?
Yeah, good morning, guys. Well, first, in practical terms, Americans are waking up today to essentially a government that is not functioning. With the House failing to elect their speaker, they're not really allowed to conduct any business, nor are they able to, according to House rules. So today, for Kevin McCarthy, he's hoping to at least make some sort of progress as the day goes along. They'll likely bring up another vote if they think the votes are there for him. Last night, we closed out 3 unsuccessful votes for McCarthy, none of them resulting, of course, in anyone getting 218, that magic number. And he only stands to lose about 4 Republicans with the narrow majority that he was able to win in November in the election. So today, a really big day for McCarthy. Not necessarily at this point do we know whether they'll be able to vote and successfully elect him, but really there is nobody right now that has those 218 votes. So we'll just see as today gets along.
So Republicans, or at least McCarthy's team, trying to break the impasse, but there is that group of holdouts. They're standing firm. Do we know, is there any ground for a compromise with McCarthy, or are they looking to go in a totally different direction no matter what? And then if it's not McCarthy, then who?
I think it's important to remember this is not something that McCarthy and his allies have been trying for overnight, right? They've been working the entire holiday break. They've been working really in many ways even before the midterm elections as McCarthy made his bid for speakership known. He's been trying to get this position since 2015. This has been something top of mind for him. So they've been continuing to negotiate overnight with those holdouts, but in many ways, those votes continuing to bolster his opposition as they saw even an increase in opposition against McCarthy as those vote totals went on, ending the night in 20 against him. So McCarthy's team is continuing to try to at least publicly appear positive, but Democrats even are catching on to what this means. I want you to take a listen to what Speaker Pelosi and a few others had to say yesterday.
As one who loves this institution, I think it's a sad day.
That is the failure of Republicans. The Republicans are the party of never, and it's always never when they don't like somebody. And that's how we fail.
Sad day for the House of Representatives as an institution. Sad day for democracy. It's a sad day for the American people.
Not often we see Marjorie Taylor Greene, of course, in the same side of things as those 2 Democrats, part of Democratic leadership. But obviously here, McCarthy's allies, Democrats, even Republicans in the Senate, really realizing what this means now and how chaotic it looks for Republicans.
So quickly, Julie, for Republicans, what is at stake here?
Really everything, Joe. Right now, it looks like, and Democrats are successfully painting Republicans in the House as being disheveled, as not being able to get it together as they take on this new majority in the lower chamber. And this really has practical effects for Americans around the country, right? As I mentioned, our government is currently not functioning. There's nothing they're able to do. Even congressmen who were recently elected aren't able to help their constituents because they haven't been sworn in. So this is practically really bad for Republicans not to have a functioning government. And of course, as we look ahead to the next elections in 2024, this could have practical effects there as well.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.